welcome. Welcome back outside again today with the beautiful sounds of nature. We're going to start our practice in a seated position. I recommend you using 2 blocks, perhaps even a strap. We're going to do a gentle flow today. You can start by coming to a seated position at the top of your mat or the middle of your mat, or even the back of your mat. Bringing one hand to your heart and the other hand to your belly. And all you have to do here is breathe into the hand that's on the belly. And then as you exhale, pull your belly button to your spine. Slow, full breath in through your nose. Pausing at the top. As you exhale, let your shoulders soften. Matching the inhales to the exhales, continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Try to find a slight contraction in the back of the throat, making a hissing sound that resembles the waves behind me. In through the nose and out through the nose. And as you continue to breathe, notice the gentle rocking nature of your breath. The rising of your chest on your inhale and the softening on your exhale. Now I want you to think of a space and time that you felt held, nurtured, or cared for. And the first person that comes to mind, let's dedicate our practice to that individual, thanking them for all of the love and support they've provided us. I particularly like to send my practices to my mother, thinking about all of the strength and courage she had raising us 3 boys. And I try to approach my yoga practice with that same courage. Maybe I don't know all the answers right away, and I assume she didn't know all the answers right away. But nonetheless, following her example, I can figure it out along the way. As you start to resonate with the love and support of whoever it is that came to your mind, release your right hand to the ground so that your palm presses down and your fingers face away. Bring your left hand up and over your head to your right ear, creating separation between your ear and your shoulder. And as you breathe here, relax the muscles of your jaw as well as your left shoulder, pulling up and out of your shoulders. Taking 2 more breaths, still staying present with your breath. Taking one last inhale, sitting up a little bit straighter. Release your left hand to the ground, both palms facing down, fingers facing away. Sitting up tall, letting shoulders relax down your back. Bring your right hand up and over to your left ear. Create that separation again. Breathe into the left side of your neck. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Two more breaths. Release your right hand behind you as you take your left hand, cupping your right knee, lift your heart on your inhale. And as you exhale, twist, pulling your right knee as you open your heart. Look over your right shoulder or close your eyes. 2 more breaths. Try to sit up more than leaning back. Relax the left shoulder, twist deeper. When you inhale, come to center. Take right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Press down, lift your chest on your inhale. Exhale, twist. Left hand is pulling to the right as my right hand pulls into my left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. 2 more breaths. Try to pull the left shoulder away from your ear. Relax your right shoulder. When you inhale, come back to center. Walk your hands forward. Come over your knees into a tabletop. And take a moment if you need to reposition yourself on your mat. We're just going to move around. So whatever way you want to do that, it can be a circle, toes can be tucked, or toenails can be on the ground. You can give your hips a little wiggle. And as you're moving around, let your head hang heavy, close your eyes. Let this be very intuitive. And as you're moving, turn your fingers to face your knees. Could be one hand at a time. I like to press down, lifting my chest. Maybe you just want to pulse back and forth. Could feel really nice to drop the hips, open the heart for a second, and press back. And flip your hands over so your palms face up, fingers face fingers. We're going to wiggle these fingers around. Maybe wiggle our hips as we bend the elbows, dancing a little bit more. No matter what time of day it is, it's never too early to start dancing. Flip your hands back over, fingers facing forward. Try to find active hands and then take a moment to look at your elbows. Try to pull the eye of your elbow forward so your armpits hug in. So if you were to bend your elbows, they would go back. This is going to be very important as your practice progresses. But with this lock in the arms, as you inhale, open up your heart, look up. And when you exhale, round your back, bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, open up. As you exhale, round your back, press the ground away, spread the shoulder blades wide. Inhale, open up your heart. Exhale, round your back. Take a couple rounds with your breath. Two more rounds. One more rounded back. And come into your tabletop. Reach your right hand forward, and then we'll make a big circle. So as you inhale, sit back, reach your right hand back, and then come forward as you reach up. And continue to make those big circles, opening up your heart and the side body. When it feels appropriate, switch directions. When you inhale, reach up, pull your shoulder blades together, and then slide your right hand underneath your body and rest your right ear on the ground. Just stay here, breathing. Maybe you walk your left hand out in front of you, coming onto your fingertips. Hugging your left armpit into your face, take your right pointer finger to your right thumb. Breathe with intention and purpose. And before we get into all these advanced poses, let's try to work on mastering our breath. 2 more breaths. Bring your left hand back underneath your left shoulder. And when you inhale, reach your right hand forward. Extend your left foot back. Exhale, pull your elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach out and around your back, grab your left foot. And imagine opening the left hand. Not gonna move, just feels like it is. 2 more breaths. When you exhale, release your right hand to the ground and extend your left foot out to the left. Toes face forward just like your fingers. Start to pulse back and forth. Gently still warming up the groin, the wrists, the right knee. When you sit back, stay back. Put your head down, extend your arms out in front of you. Relax your shoulders. Keep pressing into your left pinky toe. 2 more breaths. Start to bring your hands back and then lift your hips. Plant your right hand outside of your right knee and extend your left hand up and over while you press the hips forward. Pull your left armpit to your face. And try to open your heart by bringing your shoulder blades together. Drishti is up towards the left armpit or your eyes are closed. Your shoulders pulling away from your face as your left pinky toe pushes down. Take one more deep breath in. When you exhale, come back onto your mat. Make a little circle in one direction and the other. Come back to center into your tabletop. Any adjustments you need, make them. Extend your left hand forward. We'll make circles again. So when you inhale, sit back, reach up and back. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, up and back. Follow your breath. Make those big windmills. Switch the directions. The next time you reach up, pause. Slide your left hand underneath your body. Resting your ear. Extend your right hand out in front of you. Tuck your armpit in towards your face. Come onto your right fingertips. Bring the left pointer finger and thumb together. While pressing the other fingers into the floor, breathe. Two more breaths. Bring your right hand back by your right shoulder, next to your face. Inhale, reach your left hand forward so you're in a tabletop. Right foot extends behind you. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out and around your back, grabbing the pinky toe side of your right foot. Lift your knee, close your hip. Look up as you relax your shoulder away from your ear. With your exhale, release your left hand, extend your right foot out to the right, plant your foot, and pulse back and forth. Next time you sit towards your heel, relax. Keep pressing into your right pinky toe. Extend your hands out, relax your head. And scan your body, see where you're holding tension. Give yourself permission to soften that area. Two more breaths. Walking your hands in as you lift your hips. Plant your left hand outside of your left knee and reach your right hand up and over. Try to squeeze the butt cheeks together, pushing your belly forward. Pull your left armpit in. On your inhale, come back into your tabletop. Shake it out, make a circle again, one direction and another. Good. Go ahead and lift your hips. Find your first downward facing dog. Take time to straighten your legs. Try to start cultivating the length in your spine first. Bending knees, hugging the armpits in, creating space for your neck. Gently softening the heels down, still creating length in the spine. Shake your head yes and no. Lift your right foot, bend your knee, open up your hip. Try to close the left side while you're opening the right side. And then step your right foot outside of your right hand. And take a moment here. Keep pressing through your left heel, pulsing through the back foot. Then walk your right foot forward a little bit until your heel is underneath your knee. If you want to go deeper, you can come onto your elbows, but try not to drop the left side. Try to keep the left side lifting. Two more breaths, sit with it. Come back onto your hands slowly. No rush to get out. Go ahead and walk your hands over to your left foot, lifting your right toes as you scoot the left foot wider. Squat down on your heel. Try to lift your chest. Maybe you're on your fingertips. Maybe you're on a block. I prefer not sitting all the way down and relaxing. I like to keep some engagement. It feels healthier in my joints. Walk back over to your right foot and step back into downward facing dog. From your down dog, come forward onto your knees. Go forward with your heart, bringing your elbows to your chin. Elbows to your rib cage. Tuck your toes, slide your legs back. Low cobra, little lift in your heart. Squeeze your shoulders away from your ears, elbows in. Press back into child's pose. And then downward facing dog. Grounding down into your right heel. Try not to round your back as you lift your left foot. Bend your knee, open up, trying to close the right side. When you exhale, step left foot outside left hand. And start to walk the left foot forward, placing the knee over the heel. And focus on the right leg staying straight. I notice a tendency for the right side to drop down, which makes the hips uneven, creating tension in the lower back. If you want to go deeper, come onto your elbows. Keep that integrity. At the bottom, make sure you're not holding tension in your jaw or your shoulders. And keeping your composure, come back onto your hands. Drop your right heel as you put weight in your left heel, lift your toes, and walk your hands over to your right foot. If your heel starts to lift, walk your right foot back more, turn your knee out, and maybe you can get a little bit lower. But push your knee out as you lift your heart. With your inhale, walk back over to your left foot, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come onto your knees. Lower your chin and chest, elbows to rib cage. Pull shoulders away from ears. Lift your heart, use the muscles of your back more than your arms. Press back into child's pose as you exhale. Tuck your toes, find downward facing dog. Begin to walk your feet to your hands, finding a forward fold at the top of your mat. Grab opposite elbows. Just hang out. Maybe start to sway side to side as you shift weight around the borders of your feet. Finding a way to support your torso with your thighs. Maybe there's a soft bend in them. Take a moment to notice what forearm is on bottom. We're going to make a big circle. So on your inhale, start to lean to the right. You can bend your knees as you come all the way up to the top into a back bend. When you exhale, start to fold over to the left. You can bend your knees a little bit on the way down. Down here at the bottom, you're going to inhale again all the way up to the right into your back bend at the top. Exhaling down to the left. One more time with your breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold over to the left. Pause at the bottom. Let it sway. We will do the same thing in the opposite direction, but first, switch what arm is on the bottom. And whenever you're ready, at your own pace, use your inhale to come up from the left and down through the right side. 2 more. At the bottom, when you get here, release your hands and sway. Encouraging the swaying to stop. Start to bend your knees until you stop. With that soft bend in your knees, inhale, roll up to stand. Shrug your shoulders, bring your feet together. Try to engage here so you're not just standing in line. Hook your thumbs, squeezing your thighs together with your inhale, reach up. Engage your core, lift up and out of your hips. When you exhale, fold forward. Interlace your fingers, pull your shoulders away from your ears and your palms together. Relax your chin. When you exhale, release your hands, step your left foot to the back of your mat, put your knee down, toenails on the floor, reach up. Try to find strength and support in the thighs as you relax your shoulders, looking in between your hands. Try not to analyze what it is you're looking at. Drop your right hand to ground or block as you extend up over. Try not to sink into the right side. Keep lifting out of the left side. Pushing the left foot into the floor, relaxing your left shoulder. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half splits. As you fold forward, walk your right foot forward. Pull your toes towards your face, find length in your spine. Keep walking your foot out until you've reached your depth. You'll know that you've gone far enough because your back will start to round. But until that point, take it where you want it to go. Two more breaths. Come back into your half splits if you're not already there. With your hands on the ground. Feel as if you're opening something with your left hand and reach your right hand up to the sky. Try to pull the right side of the hip back as you soften the bottom of your knee towards the floor. Two things are going to happen here. Your left foot is going to move behind you, and so is your right. So start by taking the left foot a little bit to the left, and then sweep your right foot up and behind you. Bend your knee and grab your foot. And kick your foot into your hand as your shoulder blades come together. Turn your gaze up to the sky while you press into your left foot. Continuing to hold your foot. Pull your knee to your nose and wrap your right leg around your left. So you want the knees together. Heels are super wide and we'll sit between the heels. Cool. So as you sit between the heels, knees are in line with belly button. Hold your kneecap, lift your chest while you anchor down into the right butt cheek, lean forward. And we're trying to emphasize the stretch here in the right glute and the QL of the right side of your back. If you want added pleasure, try to web your fingers in between your toes. I don't know about you, but my feet spend a lot of time in shoes. I feel like my toes are always cramped up, so any chance I get, I'm trying to play with my toes, bring some dexterity back in. And then from here, you can lift your chest and lie it down on your thigh, as long as you keep your belly button moving forward. We'll be here for 2 more breaths, squeezing the thighs together. We're still staying active. Even though this is a slower class, we're still very active. Go ahead, release the grip of your toes. Walk your hands forward, keeping your knees crossed. From your tabletop, extend your left foot back, tuck your right toes, and find 3-leg downward facing dog, stepping your left foot forward, standing splits. Take your hands forward, bringing your belly towards your thigh, turn the right side down and relax your head. Now I would rather you be a little bit lifted here with your hands out in front of you on block or fingertips than hands back and your back really rounded. 2 more breaths. When you exhale, bring your right foot to meet your left. Feel your toes gripping the ground as you hook your thumbs again. Inhale, come up into a back bend. When you exhale, fold forward. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale, lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders. Fold forward. Doesn't matter if your hands are super close to your body, just try to keep your palms together. As you exhale, release your hands, step your right foot back, knee down, hands up. Engage your thighs, really pressing through the right foot. Drop your left hand and reach, extend through the right side of your body, leaning back. There's a slight opening in your left knee. Slight, still keeping the big toe side of the foot on the floor. And wherever your left hand lands, it should be light. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Find your half splits. If you don't have room to go forward, take your right foot and scoot it back. And try to find that length in your spine wherever it is you go. Wherever you are, come back into your half splits. Right knee should be just somewhere around your hip. Reach your left hand to the sky and pull your right shoulder away. Again, 2 things are happening simultaneously. Right foot and left foot are moving behind you. So sweep your left foot up as your right foot swivels. Grab your left foot. Kicking foot into hand. Open up your chest. Roll your right shoulder away from your ear. With your exhale, pull your left knee to your chest. Wrap your left leg around your right. Knees together, heels apart. Sit up. Once again, hold your knees, Bring your belly forward. You don't have to lift your chin, I just accidentally do. And you can rest. You can take whatever variations you took on the other side or web your fingers in between your toes again. Stay through your exhale. When you inhale, start pressing into your right knee as you walk your hands forward. Extend your right foot back, 3-leg downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, standing splits, finding that lift in your heart so that your belly's moving down. Then relax your head. Release your left foot to meet your right. Slowly roll up to stand. Ground down into your right foot with a soft bend in your knee and walk your left foot up your right thigh for tree pose. Pressing your heel and your thigh together. Open the left knee out. Place the top of your left hand on your knee and extend your right hand out to an angle, placing your pointer finger and your thumb together on both hands. And find something to stare at. I like the floor. Two more breaths. We'll take a very big step back on your inhale. Step the left foot back into Warrior Two. So if you look down at your feet, there should be a heel to arch alignment here. Right knee is stacked over the right heel. Shoulders are level. Eyes are right over the right pinky finger. Flip your front palm as you inhale, reach up and back. Keep that bend in the right knee as you extend through the right arm. Drop your right elbow to your right knee and reach your left hand to the sky. Keep pressing into your left pinky toe. Maybe drop your right hand as you relax your left shoulder. And you can stay here. You can take a half bind wrapping your left arm around your back or a full bind wrapping your right arm underneath your right thigh. Come back into Warrior Two on your inhale. Straighten your right leg, reach forward. Maybe bring the back foot forward. Reach forward and then fold. And try to create length in your spine as your left hand extends up. Look back up to the sky. Shoulder blades together, shoulders away from your ears. On your inhale, come up. All 10 toes face the same direction. Fold forward, push the butt back as you keep your heart lifted. You want your belly to come between your thighs. And then your hands down. Lengthen the spine at the bottom and then fold even deeper, still pushing your butt back. I like wrapping peace fingers around big toes, but you feel free to do whatever you want. I would encourage you to try to press into your pinky toes, trying to bring your belly button to your thighs. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe. From your wide leg forward fold, if you're not there, take your time. There's no rush. But from your wide leg forward fold, find a flat back again. Take your hands to your thighs anywhere so that you can find a flat back. Engaging your core, squeeze your thighs together, stand up. Step your left foot to meet your right, top of your mat. Close your eyes. Find the ground underneath you. And then blink open your eyes, find something to stare at as you find a soft bend in your left knee. Walk your right foot up your left leg for tree pose. Thigh and knee pressing together, right hand on top of your right knee, left hand extends out. Pointer fingers and thumbs are together. The other three fingers are flat like a plank. Still concerning yourself with the breath. 2 more. Try to tuck your tailbone as you squeeze your thigh and your heel together. When you inhale, step your right foot back into Warrior Two. Take up a little more space, soften your shoulders, stare over your left middle finger. Flip your front palm, keep the bend in your left knee, reach up and back. Bring your left elbow to your left knee, press into your thigh. Soft shoulder as your right hand reaches up, look up. Press into your right pinky toe as you drop your left hand. You can half or full bind. Breath shouldn't change even if the pose does. If you have a variation, come out of it, or meet us back in Warrior Two when you're ready for triangle pose. Step the right foot forward, press the hips back as you reach forward. Drop your left hand to reach your right hand up. On your inhale, come up. Reach up, turn all 10 toes, same direction again. Wide leg forward fold. You have the same options to do whatever you want. You'll have 5 breaths in your wide leg forward fold. Three more breaths. Wherever you are, start to come back to your wide leg forward fold. Take your hands to your hips, flat back. When you find your flat back, extend your right hand somewhere so that you can keep that length in your spine. Reach your left hand up. Release your left hand. Still same length. Maybe you're on your fingertips like me. Reach your right hand up. Release your right hand. Walk over to your left foot. Step back into downward facing dog. Lift your right foot. Take your right ankle to your left wrist. And then take your right knee to the ground. If the knee doesn't touch the ground, you can put a block under your knee. And that'll bring the ground to you. But you do want to keep your shin parallel because that's going to stretch the right glute piriformis a lot more. But if you have like a cutting or burning sensation in your knee, just come out, do it on your back. One thing to consider here is pulling your belly toward your right ankle. Try to let go of any distractions you might have. And you may be distracting yourself too with the sweat on your skin, your hair in your face. Trust me, I've I wanted to move the hair out of my face for the last 20 minutes. But let's try to sit with that because at the end of the day, this yoga practice isn't even about the physical practice. It's about all the intangible things that come with doing the good mental work. Let's start to walk our hands in, and let's not miss out on this stretch. So go ahead and pull the left side of the hip forward as you lift your heart. Now tuck your back toes, press back into downward facing dog, and pedal out your feet. Lift your left foot. Take left ankle to your right wrist, so there's 90 degrees. You can start to bend the right knee, bringing it down, and then scoot the right leg back. So you're keeping that 90 degrees in the left leg. Encouraging belly down first. Keeping a slight lift in your heart. And finding rest, whether your eyes are open. And if your eyes are open, find one thing to stare at, but not to analyze or critique or to understand, but just as a point to attach your drishti or attach your energy. Maybe you've heard the phrase, wherever your attention goes, energy flows. And we spend a lot of our time giving our energy up to other things. So this one-pointed focus really helps us bring our energy back home. All right, start to walk your hands in again. Pull the right side of the hip forward as you lift your heart. If you're feeling extra spicy today, you can lift a hand or reach both of them up. This side will lean onto the left side and sweep the right foot forward. Go ahead and extend both feet out and shake them. Try not to round your back still, always and forever. Bring the bottom of your right foot inside your left thigh. You want to be square, not cockeyed. Reach up and fold forward. With your inhale, sit up. Place your right hand behind you. Lift your hips, extend your left hand over your head. Sit back down. As you sit down, extend your right foot out. Bring your left foot in. Find level ground. Reach up and fold forward. On your inhale, sit up. Place your left hand behind you. Lift your hips. Sit down. Place the bottom of both of your feet together. And then lie down. You're going to lie down into this Supta Baddha Konasana. This is going to be our Shavasana for today. You can do whatever you want with your hands. One thing that I commonly like to practice when I'm doing my asana is, how can I give compassion to somebody in my life who wronged me? Or how can I find a silver lining to that? And the more I think of it, the more those times really stand out to me of how great of a catalyst they were to my growth. Anytime someone has hurt me or I've felt betrayed or taken advantage of, it's really felt like rock bottom for me, but to an anguish where I used it as fuel and realized that giving this person my power wasn't suiting me. And I had to take my power back. But sometimes we never make it to that hurting point, that rock bottom point, but we're still energetically deprived because we're constantly giving instead of receiving. And I'm just here to remind you that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of being held in the same regards that you want to hold your loved one. You deserve to be taken care of in every single way that you ever desired. And there is somebody out there for you. Even if you don't need that love from a human being, maybe it's reciprocated through your children, or that stranger at the store that just opens the door for you and helps you with something without wanting anything in return. Let yourself receive the abundance that is knocking at your door. Bring your knees into your chest. And then drop your knees to the left, opening up your arms for a little bit of a twist here. You can take left hand to right knee and push your right shoulder into the ground if you want to go deeper. Just 2 more breaths here. Let the left hand fall as you lift your knees. Try to control the descent. So gravity's not doing it, you're doing it. Take right hand to your left knee, press your left shoulder into the ground, and bring your shoulder blade back. Completely roll onto your right side. And come up into a seated position at the top of your mat. In your seated position, close your eyes. Place your hands onto your heart so both palms face in. Take a moment to soften your shoulders and your face as you remind yourself of something you have to be grateful for. Maybe it's the ability to pick up the phone and call that loved one that you had set your intention to at the very beginning of class. Maybe you're grateful for the breath that carried you through this practice, or whatever it is that comes to your mind. Allow that to emanate from your heart center as you bring your hands to heart center in prayer. Thank you for choosing to spend a portion of your day with me. Know that the same light and love in me recognizes, honors, and celebrates the light and love in each of you. Namaste.